What is going on, my reefing fam? March here. This is Fragbox TV. Today I'm going to, what am I going to do? I am setting up some more pumps here on one of our tanks, and I'm going with the Neptune wave pump. So I'm going to kind of show you how easy they are to set up, why I use them here on the entire store. One of my favorite wave makers pumps on the market today. And we're gonna, give you a little bit of rundown, a little bit of my feedback on them. So here on our large coral beds, these, just for reference, these are 8 feet long, they're 3 feet wide, and they're 12 inches tall. So they're around 200 gallons, sort of. On this one, I'm running 2 of these Neptune wave pumps, 2 of them here. I got another 2 over on this side, so 4 per each tank. Same with here, I got 2 on this side. They kind of hide nicely against the black. And then 2 more over here, and then same with this one. This is a little bit shorter. This is our SPS highlight high flow tank. I'm using again 2 over here and then 2 over there on the back, 4 per tank. On this one I'm gonna add 2 more though, because I need a little bit more help down the middle. So we've added, we just want to clear this, we get this sort of dead spot, as you can see. Sorry, it's kind of dirty, the glass, the detritus that's building up there. Anyways, I'm going to add 2. I'm not really going to run them very strong. One of the nice things about owning a store like this, when we need something, kind of just go over to the shelves and grab it. If you need anything Neptune related, you can see here we carry every single piece, probe, module, everything you need related to Neptune. The very coveted Trident aquarium water analyzer. This will test your calcium, alkalinity, magnesium. This is kind of a big system, so today I'm covering just the wave makers, which are these here, the Neptune wave pumps. My goal eventually is to do a video on every single little thing, but there's just so much going on here. So I'm gonna kind of pick one every week and then knock them off. We just recorded a video with Tia on the new light, the Neptune Skylight. To use just about all of their products, you do need a Neptune system. So it's either the Apex Gold over here or the Apex EL. Bulk Reef Supply has done an awesome job explaining the difference between the two, so I haven't even bothered doing a video on that. I actually link to their videos on our website because they just nailed a home run. And yeah, I want to talk more about this in a later video, which is the dose and the refugium light. I know we've done one. Anyways, let's go ahead and set these puppies up. They're not cheap. Actually, you know what? Relative to some of the other options on the market, they're not crazy expensive. So one of them will run you $300 for one pump. And if you're thinking like a Nero 3, a Nero 5 from AI is something comparable, like a, I don't even have one to show you actually, Nero 5 out of stock. But like an MP40, which has about the same flow from Ecotech, will run you $450 or 500 Canadian, I believe. So they're not, I guess you do need the Apex to get them up and running, which is a high buy-in cost, but then after they run you 300 each. This is a kit, which comes with 2 of them and a little module to plug them in. So one of the nice things about them is you just have this, let me take this out of the box here. This is how you get power and, okay, sorry, very professional video. This is called a 1-link cable. So with this little skinny cable, you get your power and your information going to the pump. So you are going to see an exposed wire on the outside of the tank. So I know that is a drawback for some people. You know, MP40s are nice because you got the motor sticking on the outside. I used to run MP40s, the Ecotechs, along the whole store. And in a store setting, I can tell you they were not good. Way too much traffic. People's butts come over here and boom, would knock over the pumps. And another issue we had were little kids. So children would come in and often grab the pumps. Mommy, boom, pump on the floor, and then, you know, $400 or $500 pump, dead. So for a place with high volume traffic, lots of peoples, lots of children, lots of animals, lots going on, they were breaking all the time. I've only had to service one of these Neptune wave pumps in the few years that I've been running them. Here on this tank we had one of these actually, one of these kind of snails right here got into it and broke the impeller. It was a cheap and easy fix. So far I haven't had to replace any motors. We do quite a bit of service on the MP40s. I'm not trying to knock them, they're great pumps. Just for our setting here, not very good. One of the features I really like about these, before I go ahead and set them up, so I'll show you this. Oh, let me see if I can get them out of the water. Maybe this one isn't a good example. But when you take them out, so the magnet, first off, is really strong. We're using here on 1/2-inch glass. So they're good, I believe, up to 5/8. I don't know if they're going to hold on 3/4. Actually, they might. They're really strong magnets. But if you take the pump and you take it out of the water, it turns off right away, which is really cool. It's not shooting water all over the tank. I think it's a pretty cool feature. And then right when you put it back in, boom. See how it starts? And then off. Isn't that neat? Start again. Start blowing around. Oh, there she is. And then off. Right away. I don't know how they do that. It's pretty cool. Kind of magical. And so you don't have to turn it off. Nice thing is too, they work with the feed modes on the Apex. So if you press a button on your Apex, these will turn off for whatever set amount of time. Mike, can you grab me that magnet right there on the floor? Everyone say hi to Mike, our new shipping manager. Okay, just throw it over here. Thank you, sir. One thing I will mention, they are kind of unsightly. So they're big. It's not a small pump. If you have a black background maybe on a reefer, they'd be easy to sort of hide. But it is kind of a bulky pump. It's not the prettiest when it comes to aesthetics. In terms of moving it around, you don't have a lot of movement, but you have some. So here on the back, you see this channel. You can kind of direct them this way or this way, up and down. I guess if you ran it sideways, you could also go this way or this way. You don't have a lot of movement 360 degrees that you get with some other pumps. The one that's really coming to mind is the Tunzi or even the Jabal pumps. If you're looking at an inexpensive wave maker, these are always a great option. We sell a ton of them. They are best bang for your buck. They do come with the controller. So this, for example, will run you $100 Canadian, maybe 80 US, and you have a lot of movement this way, so you can really, if you need to like point it towards a spot and kill a dead spot, this would be a lot more useful than say some of the other options on there. And it's only $100 Canadian, about 80 US. It does come with this handy controller. I can do a video review on this. We do recommend them. We sell a ton of them. They're not the most reliable. You do get a couple good years out of them. These for me have been, the Neptune waves have been very, very reliable. Do you guys ever hear me complain about these pumps? No. Yeah, never. We used to run these reef waves and the max spec gyres, complete junk in terms of reliability. Very cool flow pattern, lots of service, very intricate. I don't like the way the app works. I don't like the way you connect them. These are really, really just a breeze. I'm just going to show you how they connect, huh?
Do they only work on Apex?
Which ones? These?
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is not one of their standalone products. Or maybe it is. No, it's not. You need an Apex in order to use this. So a few of their products are standalone. What does that mean? You do not need the entire controller system to use it. So that would be their auto top off. Sorry, I'm out of stock on that. Their Grow Refugium light. Their Core 20 pump, not the 15. Don't ask me why, only the 20 pump. And this little thing here, this little pump here, a couple other items. But really, you're going to want to get the whole, to get the experience, you need to get the Apex controller to really, really understand how great they are. Let me go ahead and show you how easy they are to connect and then how to program them. We're going to connect it right in the middle, but we're going to point them that way because I want to kill the dead spot. Yeah, right there. That's it. And so the wire, you are going to see it. It is really skinny though. Very skinny wire. There's not a lot to it. What I like to do, I use these from Ecotech, these little cable ties, just to secure them. And then right here, this is probably not the right way to do it. I literally just put a little bead of silicone here just to kind of make it a little bit cleaner. And then I drilled a hole, not the cleanest, but you know what? If I didn't mention it, maybe you wouldn't have seen it. Now that I say it, your eyes will always draw there. And then same thing, I used to have some pumps here. So just a little hole in the stand. Same thing here, I kind of hide the wires. Oh, this one not as well. Don't look at my handiwork here. But not as clean either. You know what? Now that I'm pointing that out, that could be done a little bit cleaner. It is nice to see, to not notice wires. I think that these tanks just aesthetically look a lot better. And then this, if you're familiar with the Apex, this would plug into your Energy Bar 8. So when you get your Energy Bar, you get 3 1-link ports, 3 ports of these. So you could hook up 3 pumps or 3 Tridents. So some of the products that they sell take power and information out of this 1-link cable, which is pretty cool. So you get to lose, you won't have a separate power bar, and you also won't have a separate controller. So if you're looking for that clean look, it's not going to be much cleaner than this. Again, not trying to knock on the Ecotech pumps. If you go with one of these, I'm just going to show you how many wires are involved. And please disregard this store. It's a messy Thursday. There's just a lot going on here. So Let's ruin a perfectly good $400 pump and open the seal just because we love our YouTubers that much. Look at that nice background. Okay. Da-da-da. So I just want to show you just for reference. Again, not trying to knock on them. Great design. We do sell a ton of these. So you have this controller, which I find a lot of people don't use because these now work with Mobius. So it's a little bit redundant. You know, everyone's on their phone. Everyone knows how to use an iPad or phone or computer. So I don't think you really need a controller. Same with the Nero pumps that come with this little one. Anyways, you have this, so you got to mount this somewhere. It is a little bit bulky. It's the same design they've been using for close to 10 years now. And then you're going to have a power brick. This is an MP10, so the power brick is quite small. Keep in mind on the MP40, it's going to be about double the size. You have to nicely mount this somewhere. Well, not nicely. Actually, you could just toss it the way we do. But it's a lot more wires than I like. So you have your pump with the wire going to here, and then you have another wire going to here, and then you have this being powered with kind of your standard 120 volt computer cable. It's a lot of wires. That's part of the reason that drew me to the Neptune. Just the one little skinny wire, and very, very powerful. So these things, we're running them next to nothing. I'm going to show you programming in a second. Very, very light flow. This is our LPS kind of colony tank, so we don't need crazy flow. I do have them come up a little bit stronger in the evening, so we just want like that light, sort of random wave action. I believe they're all on random and at about 20-25%, but we just want these corals to kind of do this. Woo, woo, kind of look like they're being drunk, just like this. Flower pot, light movement, again, light movement. Look at these. These are actually, not to get sidetracked, I know this is a Neptune video and has nothing to do with coral. These are some new albies and gonnies that we got in that look fantastic. But I'm not going to talk about corals in this one. I'm just going to hook these up in a second. Give me one moment. So now to connect it, this is our little one-link module that it came with. If you don't have this, you connect, like I said, on the energy bar, you get 3 different ports for this one link. So you can connect 3 different devices. So all you got to do, I'm going to put the camera down for a sec, is plug this thing in. Sorry for our ghetto-ass videos. I know you guys like it. You know what? 15,000 subscribers later, we must be doing something right. Plugging this in is not one of those things. Give me 1 second. Okay, so I'm going to run it here. You can see 25% strength, and I'm just going to run it on pulse mode. These are all the different ones you can see on their website. Constant, Maverick, Malibu, Pulse. There's lots of different options on there. I'm just going to run it at actually maybe a little bit less initially. I don't get too into these pumps. I know you can get like if you wanted to. I have some of them that kick on at night a little bit stronger just to clear detritus, and then you just press update. And that's it. It's going to go ahead and start listening to the new schedule that I've set. So very easy to program. Unless you want to get really, really complicated, press done. And that's it. That pump is going to be running. I'm going to go ahead and do it with the next one. Very easy setup. Maintenance for me is very important. I don't want to spend time in the store fixing things. And these have been very maintenance free. So really my one downside is just they're bulky, they're big, they don't look terribly nice. You don't really see them here, they're hiding underneath these baskets. They are quiet, so if that's an issue, if you're looking for a quiet pump, they don't make a lot of noise. I don't hear any whirring or any noise coming out of them here in the store. So this one is now running over there on the bottom. They're easy to clean. The parts are inexpensive if you need, they're readily available. And the wire, like I said, super skinny. Look, you can't really even see it. It's just hiding over there. All around great pump, and I'm using it to get flow in the entire store. If that says anything about how much I like them. I'm not going to use them, obviously, if I don't like them. If you have an Apex, I think it's an awesome choice. I would always recommend them. The one downside, I guess, is that you need to have the Apex controller in order to use them. So maybe this video wasn't that helpful, but come back tomorrow because we do a reef-related video like this every single day of the week. If you like it, give us a thumbs up or hit subscribe, or just come back tomorrow because we're going to do it again. And it's not usually so involved with Neptune. We do videos on corals and giveaways and tanks and all that fun stuff. But thanks for watching this episode of Fragbox TV. And if you have any questions about Neptune Apex, setting up a wave pump, need help programming, anything like that, feel free to hit us up, call us. Email actually would be better because then we can give you code throughout the email. But we do carry the entire Neptune Systems line. Like I said, every probe, everything. There's a lot here, a lot going on. It's going to take a long time to make a video on everything. But thanks for watching this one, guys.